Is it me, or has there been an attack on single women now more than ever before? Let's address this conversation, okay? So the reason why I said there's an attack on single women is because single women seem to trigger, of course, men, whether they're married or single. And when I say single women, I mean not married. So that includes women that are living with men, women with baby daddies, women who are engaged, right? Women with boyfriends. That includes all of that. So that's single. That means you have not signed paperwork to get married, okay? There's no marriage certificate, okay? The reason why I feel that there's been an attack on single women is because society, and it's because of how we were raised and how we've been indoctrinated, doesn't like a woman kind of making her own decisions and being, in a sense, I want to say free, but free, like a woman that's like, you know, kind of just living her own life and enjoying her own life and actually enjoying the fact that she's single. And when I say that, I don't mean sleeping with a whole bunch of men. I mean, you know, traveling and just living her life and living her purpose. Society as a whole, women and men, feel very uncomfortable with that idea. And you may think that it's 2024, like it's a bunch of single women out here. What's the big deal, right? But there seems to be a sort of disdain for women that choose to live that type of lifestyle. Now, it's so funny because I made a post on Facebook and it went viral about like, why are people triggered by women that are not married and do not have children? Because they're the trigger. Now, do I think women that are single should talk bad about, because I do see this a lot. There's two sides now. Do I think women that are single should talk bad about wives? No, because I do see that sometimes. And I do see that women that are single making it their whole personality, you know, I'm single, I'm childless, hashtag no kids, like that's doing too much, right? The whole world doesn't have to know your relationship status or your marital status, like every 5 seconds. It doesn't make any sense. And I think that those women that are promoting that over and over again, they're not really happy. But there are a group of women who are, you know, single, and you may not know, you may know they're single, right? Who knows, right? That do not have children, that are really happy in that, okay? Some be open to marriage? Absolutely, absolutely. But whether that becomes a reality in their lives or not, a lot of women are okay with that and they're happy just the way they are. Like, they're happy living their lives. Typically, these are women that are career women, or they have their own businesses, and they're kind of living life to the beat of their own drum, or living in their purpose. They're okay. And I wonder why. Why is that trigger? You know, whether it's single men, married men, because it seems like everybody talks about single women. Nobody talks about single men. Men can be single, nobody cares, nobody's triggered. But when it comes to the women, there seems to be this disdain for single women, you know, or there's the disbelief that somebody can be happy without a man. Like, oh my gosh, they're miserable, you're gonna die alone. First of all, women never really die alone. I see women who are single and, you know, of a certain age, they have family around, they have friends around, they have children around. Like, it's never just typically studies show this. And if you work in a nursing home or any type of, if you have any type of health background, you know that typically there's an increase of men dying alone. Okay. So that argument is put that to rest. But there is a large number of women who are financially stable, who are okay with not being married, not having children. And I think that scares society, because I get it, right? Because if more and more women adopt this, then what's going to happen is that the birth rates, which they're already saying, is going to go down. It's going to go down, right? But this is a reality that we're moving into. In case you don't know, I know not everybody believes in this, but I want you guys to at least have some knowledge about the Aquarian age, because in case you don't know, things are changing. So this is not marriage. The way marriage looks in 2024 is very different than how it even looked 10, 15 years ago. People are more so, people are looking at marriage very logically and making sure that there's value there, right? They're not just marrying just solely out of love, which people should have never been doing. marriage was really created to build wealth. It wasn't created to be, you know, because you in love with somebody today. But people are looking at, does this make sense on paper? Like, does this make sense just logically? You know, does this make sense before getting married? They're not the intelligent people, of course. They're not just getting married because, you know, my parents told me to get married, or because I want to look good on social media. Like, people are not marrying. People that are educated with intelligence are not marrying just for social media anymore, or just because, just to look cool in front of their friends and family. Like people are understanding, listen, marriage is a serious thing and should be taking high. It's one of the most important decisions, if not the most important decision of your life. Okay, so it's not to be taken lightly. Now, I say all that to say, stop getting triggered by single women. If that's you, like, there's no need to. And if you guys are single and you guys, I'm not talking about the single women that are always like promoting their singleness, which is so weird, right? And trying to like recruit other people into it. I'm talking about single, healed women who are literally living their lives. They don't have children. They're traveling. They're financially stable, and they're happy. They're really happy. Like, why do you think people are so triggered by that? And I think that in women too, women alike are also triggered by that, because I see people saying, I would never have single friends. I see women saying that. You would never see men saying that. Married men saying never. But and then that's, you know, and there's this distrust of single women. Oh, that, you know, whatever. Anyway, I think this is very interesting. Other people's life decisions should not trigger you. You have to understand everybody has a different, we all have different life journeys, right? We're all here. I'm a very spiritual person. We're all here for a different purpose. Some is to, yes, raise up the next generation, be in a marriage, and some that may not be, you know, their journey, and that's okay. Maybe in the next lifetime, okay? But of course, anybody that wants to get married, I of course desire that for you and want that for you. But at the same time, I do challenge you to also, you know, on the other side of things, be okay if that never happens. Also be okay if that never happens. I know that's very challenging for some women to even grasp, but I've been taught that and I've also seen this from experience, putting your desires on so high of a pedestal can actually be to your own detriment, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Stop being triggered by single women, the healed single women, not the crazy ones, okay? Don't be triggered by them. They're not bringing down society. As a matter of fact, we're going into a time where it's not that people are devaluing marriage. They're just being married for more intelligent reasons, not just because they want to look good in front of family and friends, all right? Bye, guys.